that baby is. Good morning from the farm. Yes, I know. We went and done it. As you know, Zoe got those puppies in the Tractor Supply parking lot, and she had those 5 pups that were available for adoption, some rescues. And the minute I saw them on YouTube, on her video, my heartstrings just went crazy. And I was able to go, I reached out to her and I was able to go over and get a puppy. And, you know, it just wasn't one of those things that was spur of the moment. I don't want you to think that at all. It was a lot of thought that went into it because, of course, those rescues grabbed at my heartstrings, but Tony and I had been talking about, he's climbing all over me. That's better. Okay, so Tony and I had been talking about getting another puppy because we have one pasture that the goats are in that does not have a livestock guardian dog. He is afraid to separate Sophie and Dixie because he's afraid that Dixie could not hold her own against a coyote if she needed to. And within good reason, because Dixie is older and she is not a normal livestock guardian dog. She is part mutt, part Belgian Malinois, and part shepherd. So, you know, we were really afraid of putting her by herself. Now, we went and got this sweet baby here, and I know you probably already saw Nick and Zoe's video. I love all things Squatch and Bigfoot, and so we named him Yeti because he's like a great big white Bigfoot. And at 8 weeks old, this is a tank. I mean, he is really big. Sophie's big, but I think that Yeti is going to be a lot bigger than Sophie. Now, I do want to go ahead and say that regardless of, you know, what we thought, because, you know, we thought about this for a whole 2 days before I went and reached out and said, okay, yes, I do want one of the puppies, because bringing another animal to the farm, especially a puppy, you know, it takes a lot. And it takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of commitment because, you know, when you get a puppy, they're not just something that you're getting temporarily. It's a lifetime for these pups. And we're not taking that lightly, and we don't just get pups and then give them away. That's not what you do, because they get used to you. They love you as their mom or dad, and they're there for a lifetime. And then, you know, you've got to take them to the vet and get them vetted. You got shots. You've got, you know, all the right dog food or puppy chow. And, you know, there's a lot to keeping a puppy. So, let me tell you why it was the best decision. You see, after I had already gotten the puppies, you know, there's always in the back of your mind, did we make the right decision? And so sometimes something happens that lets you know, yes, definitely you made the right choice by going ahead and getting another livestock guardian dog. Because that very night, we had a visitor. He showed up on camera, and immediately after he showed up on camera, he approached the pasture. And I am proud to say I ran outside because I heard the chaos. Sophie took care of it. Sophie took care of it in a very hard way for that coyote. He learned a lesson that this is one pasture that he does not approach. You live your life out there in the woods, you do your thing, but you don't come to the G&G pasture. Sophie, or Dixie was in on it. Dixie was in on it, but I'm with Tony. Dixie probably is a little old to be taking on coyotes, and if it had been a pack of coyotes, I don't know that coyote will be back within 5 miles of me. Sophie had that coyote down, and she just, she took care of it. So, with that being said, now we have a puppy. And who is training this puppy to be a livestock guardian dog? Y'all, that puppy took my microphone while I wasn't looking. Y'all should have told me that. But I found it. Come on, boobies. Everybody to the barn. Come on, puppy. Now, Otis is not going to be as friendly as Dixie and Sophie because you're strange. Oh, the guineas too. Come on. Come on, Yeti. Come on. Sweet Sophie loves him. Why are we walking slow, Otis? You never walk slow. You never walk slow. Huh? Everybody walk slow. Everybody walk slow and quiet. Come on, puppy. Slow and quiet. Come on, puppy. All right, Sophie, you got to be gentle, okay? Sophie said, but I want to play with it. It's cute. Sophie does love the puppy, y'all. And I'm having to walk slow because he'll get between my feet and trip me up. Come on, Yeti. Come on, Yeti. Come on, Yeti. Come on. Come on, Yeti. Come on, Yeti. Oh, that mean old guinea almost got you, didn't it? All right, Otis. Sophie is that puppy's protector. Look, she puts him under her belly. She's like, wait, you got to get back under my belly. Pure paw from Sophie. Pure paw from Sophie. Okay, we got to feed Otis. So before I came out here with the camera, I fed Dixie and Sophie. Now they have separate bowls and everybody gets fed separately because of food aggression, and you don't want to end up with a puppy fight. So they right away had taught Yeti not to approach their food bowl. And that is another reason I feed him before I bring him to the pasture, because I don't want him being snapped or whatever. But the dogs are pretty good about Yeti. Right before I got the camera and came out here, this sweet boy was aggravating Yeti, and he just wants to peck his fur. Come here, Yeti. Yeti, come here. Come on. And you can see Yeti is not real fond of Otis right now because Otis has pecked him. But what I'm teaching him is this is the safe zone. So you can actually get in the hay ring and not have to worry about Otis pecking you. But right before we come out here, Otis was aggravating him. Sophie went and got him, put him under her belly, and walked him to her food bowl. Now, when he saw me, he came away, but Sophie lets him lay next to her head while she eats, which is very unusual. So Sophie feels somewhat of a mother figure to Yeti, and which I'm very, very proud for because, hey buddy, hey. Because he needs protected while he's little. He always lays over there beside Sophie. She doesn't want him getting near her food though. Unless Otis is after him. Come here, Yeti. Come on, stay right here. He keeps trying to go back to, there you go. You need to smell of Otis. Oh, he's gonna walk way around Otis. Come on, buddy. There you go. There you go. Sweet puppy. Sweet puppy. He's going to be a good puppy. Otis is getting jealous. I got to go back over here and pet Otis. What? What, boy? What? Are you a little salty? Are you a little salty about it, huh? You a little salty about me petting that puppy? I need to go check the pasture this morning because Go-Go did not come when I called this morning. And when I went around there, she was laying down. So I don't know if she's trying to lay an egg or what this morning. So we need to walk the pasture and see if there are any emu eggs. And Yeti is, well, Yeti is like right here now. Otis, you need to get used to Yeti. Yeti's gonna be big like Sophie. Yeti's gonna be big like Sophie. Yeah, you want to peck his tail, don't you? Yep. All right, I'm gonna go and walk the pasture and see if I can find your wife's egg. Yep. See if we can find an egg. But y'all, that sweet baby is doing so good, y'all. He is getting used to everybody. He's getting used to everybody, and everybody is somewhat getting used to him. He is a lovely boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And I'm so excited because I just know that he is going to be a very good livestock guardian dog, especially if he's trained by Sophie. Because y'all, if y'all could have came out and saw that, it was just amazing. She did an amazing job and she got some loving. Hey boy, what's wrong? I heard you whining. I heard you whining. That is a good dog right there. You know, Sophie was a rescue too. But I brought her to the farm and gave her a job. You see them guineas? You see them guineas? You see them guineas? But y'all, who doesn't like puppies and emus? I mean, really. Who doesn't like puppies and emus? Y'all know how much I love my emus. Y'all know how much I love my emus. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Mama loves you. Mama loves you. All right, time for a kiss. And yes, I kiss my emus. He's used to being kissed. Yes, he is. He's used to being kissed. What you see? What you see? Meanwhile, he's patiently waiting on me. All right. I'm going to leave y'all alone. Play with your puppy. Don't hurt it, but play with it. Sophie's such a good dog. Yeah, Dixie is too, but Dixie's still eating. Dixie's slow. Dixie's a little older. We gotta wash down the concrete. We gotta wash the poop off. Are you gonna get you a drink of water? Huh? You gonna get you a drink of water? All right, I gotta wash the concrete down. So don't let the water scare you. So far, I ain't too much scared him. And Great Pyrenees really do like water. Sophie gets in the water tank sometimes. All right, you're gonna walk right into that stream. Let's get all this nasty poo-poo off. There goes Mama Sophie. You better go catch her. I thought she was done eating. Don't eat that. That's poo-poo. That'll make your breath smell bad. Don't eat the poo-poo. Well, y'all, training session is over. We've been out here in the pasture now for a good hour to hour and a half. And he's whooped. He is ready to go back and take a nap, I think. But he's leading the way. You know, I noticed that about dogs, especially the Great Pyrenees, is they like to lead the way. And I'm assuming to make sure that everything is okay. But, so I went out and I have gathered eggs for 2 or 3 days. And y'all, I'm going to show y'all this. I let the chickens just kind of lay for about 3 days, and I went out because they do lay a lot. So I went out and gathered these eggs, but I want to show you, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing with them. There is a 5-gallon bucket of eggs, y'all, and they're good eggs. They were in the rollout nest, and like I said, I had just let them be for about 3 days and let them accumulate. Now, why would I do that? Well, these eggs are not going to be for human consumption because I did not pick them up on the same day that they were laid. So those eggs, I'm about to go in the house and I'm going to scramble them up and I'm going to freeze dry these eggs. Now, I have freeze dried eggs for myself to use in hard times because you never know when your chickens are going to stop laying. Mine are going through a molt right now, but luckily Mine are different ages and they molt at different times. And I do keep a light on after hours in the chicken house to a certain time of the night. So I trick my chickens into thinking that the daylight hours are longer. Yes, it does wear your chickens out a little sooner, but these chickens have a good life, and I always have a new bunch coming up. And that just keeps the egg production. But you never know when that just stops. So I do have freeze-dried eggs in the house for myself in the case of hard times. Now they're going to be shelf stable for 25 years. They're sealed and they're going to stay in those packs until I need eggs for recipes or for scrambled eggs in the mornings. Now, these eggs here, I'm going to scramble them up and freeze dry them and put them in packs marked for the dogs so that they can have some protein. I will mix that egg powder in with their food and give them that little extra protein boost in the wintertime, which should help keep them warm, keep them healthy, keep their coats shiny. And I just don't feel like any eggs or anything that we've produced on the farm should go to waste. And I always think about my babies here as well. So that's the plan for that 5-gallon bucket of eggs that I just picked up. And yeah, so I did it kind of on purpose, sort of, because for the past 3 days, I have been super busy, and I went and throwed feed, washed down, did the things I needed to do that was necessary. But picking up the eggs, I did not take the time to pick up the eggs. Like I said, I've had a super busy few days. I've got a video that I'm going to show that tells what we've done. But also there were some issues, there were some things that I was doing with grandchildren in another county. So with that being said, I decided I would leave those eggs for the 3 days and gather them all at the same time, freeze dry them, and use them for protein for this winter for the dogs. And that'll be a good batch of eggs to do, and a good couple or 3 bags of protein powder that I can use for the dogs this winter. So just thinking about those babies and trying to make sure that they get their eggs. Now, what I had been doing was just kind of cracking them an egg every now and then, but it occurred to me that I can do all the eggs at one time, freeze dry them, and just put the powder in with their food and make it a lot easier on me. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. The puppy is just kind of running around here playing with the other dogs. He is loving the pasture life. And y'all, Dixie's over here. Hey, babies. So, Sophie just stays right with him. Oh, he smells those eggs. You're gonna get some. He's a happy boy out here in the pasture with these guys. I hope you guys have a good, happy day too. Y'all farm on.